I've been donating blood since I was about 18. My dad, as soon as I turned 18, really pushed me to go give blood. He's like, it's a great thing, it's very easy to do, it doesn't take much of your time, so I've been donating ever since. The process of giving blood takes maybe about 45 minutes to an hour. The donation process starts when you walk in the door. You meet with the receptionist. They give you a questionnaire to fill out just on kind of a bit about your background to see if you're able to give blood. After that, they'll take you into another room and they'll test your iron levels by pricking your finger and just putting a bit of blood into a machine. After that, they bring you into the main room where they sit you down and a nurse sits with you and they take the blood from you. For me, giving blood doesn't really hurt. There's a slight pinch when they put the needle in, but that's literally it. The nurses and doctors here have been doing this so long that they're able to do it really well, and I've never had any trouble. And then after that, you sit in another waiting room. They give you some refreshments like crisps or maybe a can of Coke or something, and you just relax for like 5 minutes, and then you're free to go. I definitely think giving blood is a positive experience. It helps so many people. There's a great need out there to give blood, and it only takes about 45 minutes to an hour of your time.
After the unit is collected, the blood is then put on a tray that keeps it cools it down rapidly and keeps it at 20 degrees centigrade, plus or minus 1 or 2 degrees. At the end of the clinic, all the units collected are then taken on these trays in a temperature-controlled environment and shifted back either to the National Blood Centre in Dublin or to the regional centre in Cork for further processing. The blood comes in and is stored overnight at 20 degrees in temperature-controlled rooms for subsequent manufacture the following morning. We very rarely now use blood as it comes out of the vein. We don't leave it like that for use in the hospitals. We spin it on centrifuges, we separate out the plasma and the platelets from the red cells, and we then resuspend the red cells in a storage solution. So by the time we're finished, there's about 200 mils of red cells in 100 mils of storage solution, which can then be stored for subsequent use for about 5 weeks if necessary. Between the Dublin and Cork centres, we manufacture about 3,000 units a week. The place is always open. We never close, not for a minute of any day. There's no closure for stock takes, no closure for Christmas Day, nothing. It's always available. So any hospital that needs blood phones us up anytime they want and we'll ship it. We ship directly to hospitals. So it always goes from here into a hospital blood bank. There's no intermediate step. About 150,000 units of blood are transfused in Irish hospitals per year. The average transfusion is somewhere around 2 units, so about 70,000 people get transfused in Ireland per year.
I was diagnosed at age 8 with a rare genetic illness called Fanconi anemia. And what happens with Fanconi's is the bone marrow fails, so then you can't produce blood cells. I would have had my first blood transfusion at age 9, just after I was diagnosed. And I had them on and off then over 8 years. And then when I was 16, my bone marrow failed, and so I needed a bone marrow transplant. But while they were waiting to get a donor, for the bone marrow transplant, I basically survived on blood transfusions for a whole year. So I was having one once a month for that year between ages 15 and 16. Blood transfusions kept me alive. Basically, I would have died without blood, so I needed other people's blood to live. I certainly feel indebted to people who donate blood. I think it's such an important thing to do. If somebody was thinking about donating blood but was having second thoughts, I would just say to them, I'm living proof of how important it is. It's so fantastic what you do for other people when you donate blood, because you're literally saving lives.